At Sierra, discover great deals on top brand workout gear, like high-quality walking shoes, which might lead to another discovery.
40,000 steps, baby. Who's on top now, Karen?
You've taken the office step challenge a step too far. Don't worry, though. Sierra also has yoga gear. It might be a good place to find your zen. Discover top brands at unexpectedly low prices. Sierra, let's get moving.
With a Venmo debit card, you can Venmo more than just your friends. You can use your balance in so many ways. You can Venmo everything. Need gas? You can Venmo this. How about snacks? You can Venmo that. Your favorite band's merch? You can Venmo this. Or their next show? You can Venmo that. Visit Venmo.me/debit to learn more.
You can Venmo this, or you can Venmo that. You can Venmo this, or you can Venmo that. You can Venmo.
The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank N.A. pursuant to license by MasterCard International Incorporated. Card may be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted. Venmo purchase restrictions apply.
This is Optimal Relationships Daily. Why Do We Get Jealous in Relationships? By April Eldemire of Gottman.com. Recognizing and embracing your partner's enduring vulnerabilities, as well as your own, will strengthen your relationship. In an interview, Dr. John Gottman was once asked what to do about insatiable jealousy in relationships. His response hit on something really profound for me. Quote, I believe that every person has areas of enduring vulnerability. For a marriage to succeed, these vulnerabilities need to be understood and honored. End quote. This flips jealousy on its head. Instead of something to avoid in relationships, jealousy becomes an opportunity to connect. In her book, Daring Greatly, Brené Brown writes, quote, vulnerability is the birthplace of love, belonging, joy, courage, empathy, and creativity. It is the source of hope, empathy, accountability, and authenticity. End quote. When you understand why you get jealous, you can manage it in a way that is compassionate and constructive. Recognizing and embracing your partner's enduring vulnerabilities as well as your own will strengthen your relationship. Understand your triggers. Jealousy in a relationship can be more about your own vulnerabilities than about your partner's actions. For instance, you may be prone to jealousy if you've had painful experiences in your past. It's important to talk to your partner about these experiences so you can be mindful of each other's triggers and respect them. Jealousy may be driven by low self-esteem or a poor self-image. If you don't feel attractive and confident, it can be hard to truly believe that your partner loves and values you. Other times, jealousy can be caused by unrealistic expectations about the relationship. It's not healthy for partners to spend 100% of their time together. In the words of Khalil Gibran, quote, you need spaces in your togetherness to sustain your bond. End quote. Remember that feelings aren't facts. Are you imagining things that aren't really there? I encourage my clients to ask themselves, is that so? Is it really happening? If the answer is no, let go of the negative thoughts. Acknowledge them before consciously dismissing them. Feelings of jealousy can become problematic if they affect your behavior and your feelings toward the relationship as a whole. Here are some signs of unhealthy jealous behaviors. Checking your spouse's phone or email without permission. Insulting your spouse. Assuming that your spouse is not attracted to you. Grilling your spouse on their whereabouts throughout the day. And accusing your spouse of lying without evidence. If you recognize any of these behaviors in your relationship, seek to understand the vulnerabilities beneath. If you need a little extra help doing this, I recommend working under the guidance of a Gottman-trained therapist. You can find one in your area on the Gottman Referral Network. Use jealousy for good. Jealousy in a relationship can also be a very real and reasonable reaction to your partner's actions. Remember that in a good enough relationship, people have high expectations for how they're treated. They expect to be treated with kindness, love, affection, and respect. They expect their partner to be loyal and honest. If the answer to the question, is that so, is yes, then it's important to tell your partner how you feel before your jealousy turns into resentment. When you bring it up, stick to I statements and avoid saying things like, you always or you never. Talk about your feelings about the specific situation and avoid blanket statements about your partner's character. Say what you need, not what you don't need. For example, I feel anxious when I don't know where you are or who you're with when you're out. I need you to text me and let me know. The more you talk, the healthier your relationship will be. Is there a specific relationship that's making you uncomfortable? Are you finding that you're being stonewalled or that your partner's behavior has recently changed? You and your partner should be open and upfront with each other about friendships and work relationships. Transparency will help you feel more secure. If you're not sure about boundaries, a good rule of thumb is to ask yourself, how would I feel if I heard my partner having this kind of conversation with someone else? If that would hurt, then a boundary is being crossed. Show one another how much you value each other by putting your relationship before your work, your coworkers, and your friends. Every time you do this, you build trust. By understanding what's driving your feelings and honoring each other's endearing vulnerabilities, you can use jealousy for good. You just listened to the post titled, Why Do We Get Jealous in Relationships? By April Eldemire of Gottman.com.
The spirit of innovation is deeply ingrained in America, and Google is helping Americans innovate in ways both big and small. Central Texas Regional Mobility Authority is using Google AI to create smarter tolling systems and improve traffic flow for Texans. This is a new era of American innovation. Find out more at g.co/American innovation.
This message is sponsored by Greenlight. With school out, summer is the perfect time to teach our kids real-world money skills they'll use forever. Greenlight is a debit card and the #1 family finance and safety app used by millions of families, helping kids learn how to save, invest, and spend wisely. Parents can send their kids money and track their spending and saving, while kids build money confidence and skills in fun ways. Start your risk-free Greenlight trial today at greenlight.com/Spotify. That's greenlight.com/Spotify.
And thanks so much to April for this post. Definitely provides a lot to think about. And one thing that comes to my mind is how we might justify jealous behavior, either because we have to look out for ourselves or because others might indulge in jealous behaviors like the phone or email checking. And while doing this might feel aligned with the idea of taking care of ourselves first and foremost, if we immediately resort to these types of behaviors before making an effort to be vulnerable, what we're really doing is isolating ourselves from the relationship from the get-go and choosing not to lean into the element of partnership, frankly, out of fear. Maybe something has happened to you in the past that makes this feel necessary, but it's still a step away from union, a union that would otherwise be built upon trust and communication. Even if your suspicions end up being correct after engaging in that jealous behavior rather than initiating healthy conversation beforehand, you've still not done due diligence in the relationship. You know, while it might be great to break off a relationship in which someone was unfaithful, for example, if you're only giving yourself more reason to jump right into jealousy rather than healthy conversation in your next relationship, you aren't doing yourself any favors. So be careful of not letting your pride take over. Engage in conversations like the one that April has suggested, and know that you've put the right effort towards the relationship, whether or not it turns out to be a lasting one. Okay, time to wrap things up, everybody. I appreciate you joining as always and making another episode happen. Have a great rest of your day, and be sure to come on back tomorrow where I'll be sharing a post for you from Ira Israel. That's where your optimal life awaits.